Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Arsenal Save. Yes, we have a little bit of stuff to bring you. We have made one transfer, and it sees a player coming back in to the Arsenal side that was let go some years ago from their youth academy. And we've also played quite a few games as well since we last met. So, who is the player that we've brought back to the club? His name is Oguzhan Ozyakup. Yes, that is right. He was in the Arsenal Academy way back when, in 2008 and 2009. And then they sold him off to Besiktas a few years later. But we have brought him back in. He's a highly quality player that can play in the middle of midfield and also slightly further forward. And because we needed a homegrown player to bring in, I brought him in for as little as £13 million. And he will take the place of Maitland-Niles in the squad registration for the league and also for the Champions League, and he's a relatively decent player for what we need. Good backup, good rotation signing that we've made there. £13 million, and all in all, I think he'll fit into the squad pretty well. And we just need a little bit more depth in that middle of midfield. Maitland-Niles can play there, but not been overly impressed with him when he has played there. So we have made one signing. It is the 1st of Feb, so the transfer window has now closed. And Ozyakup is the only signing that we've made in the January transfer window. So since we last met when we played Swansea and Chelsea, and we absolutely destroyed Swansea, we've played 4 games, 2 in the Carabao Cup and then 2 in the league. So we started with the Carabao Cup first leg at the Emirates, and we beat City 2-1. As you can see here, quite a lot of youth played in the tie. René Adelaide, Coyle, Kluivert and Keita, Kimmich, Dragomir, John Jules played. A lot of youth in the middle of defence as well. They had a very strong side out. They had the likes of Aguero, De Bruyne, Sanchez, Kane, Stark, Douglas Luiz, Stones, so a very strong City side, and we got the 2-1 first leg win going into the second leg. We then followed that up with a 2-1 win away from home against West Brom. Again, first team coming out yet again, and Keita, Eddie Nketiah playing really, really well. 2 goals for him. One in the 3rd minute, one in the 41st minute. We did switch it up to the 4-3-1-2. Our way form seems to be in and out, and when we switch to that formation, it does seem to work for us. And 9.0 for Eddie Nketiah. Played really well to get his player of the match there, and he seems to be scoring on a bit more of a regular basis now, which is good to see. We then followed that up with a 4-0 destruction of Liverpool, and as you can see here, it was pretty much finished the game after around 35 minutes. Lacazette with a hat-trick for 17th, the 25th and the 34th minute put the game to bed. 9.6 for Alexander Lacazette. A really good display from him. Berardi with an 8.3, Alenia with an 8.2, Thomas Lemar with a 9.1. Lemar and Lacazette were just unplayable with this side, and a lot of their players just didn't play particularly well. So Firmino with a 6.4, Mane with a 6.6, Klein with a 6.3, Matip with a 6.1. So all in all, they just didn't turn up and didn't enter the races, unfortunately. And then our youth side went to the Etihad and got a really respectable 1-1 draw, 3-2 on aggregate. And as you can see here, some people were coming back from injury. So Goretzka coming back from injury, Nelson coming back from injury. Played René Adelaide and Kluivert again, and Keita again. Alenia played. So again, some youth in there still. And we came out with a 1-1 draw, 3-2. So we're in the final of the Carabao Cup. We've already won that twice in my time here at Arsenal. And again, they had a very strong side. Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, Aguero, Kane, Roberts, Douglas Luiz, Mangala, Stones, Walker, Hart. So it's still a really good Manchester City side. And all in all, we booked our place in the final. And I probably will play my kids again, because in the final we will play Southampton in the Carabao Cup final. They came up against Manchester United and beat them, which is a phenomenal story, really. Southampton beating United in the semi-final. Within the league, this is how it is looking. As you can see here, we do have a game in hand on Chelsea, and we've strengthened our position in the league, as you can see. So United have got a game in hand, as have City. So we're 17 points clear at the minute of United, and we're in a really strong position. So previously what has happened in the ties. So West Brom we beat 3-2. United then went and lost to Southampton. Sorry, not Southampton. United then went and lost to Sunderland at Old Trafford, 2-1 to Sunderland, which was a massive result. We then followed that with a 4-0 win against Liverpool, and then they slipped up yet again to West Ham 1-0 away from home at the London Olympic Stadium. So that's where our gap has widened from kind of 11 points to 17 points in the space of a couple of weeks in game. So we seem to be right on cue with where we need to be in the league. So that is absolutely phenomenal stuff going into the latter half of the stages of the season, when we will be coming up against bigger and better opposition, especially in the Champions League. But today we're going to bring you Leeds in the FA Cup fourth round, and we're going to bring you the North London derby against Tottenham. So this is going to be the lineup that's going to start against Leeds. So we've got checking goal, Tierney, Mera, Mustafi and Bellerin at the back. We've got Ozjukup in the middle of midfield as the deep line playmaker. We've got Xhaka alongside him. We've got Kluivert on the left. We've got Nelson on the right. Rennie Adelaide in behind Alexander Lacazette. On the bench, Romagnoli, Kimmich, Tolisso, Alenia, Lamar, Berardi and Goretzka. And we still have a few injuries there. So Coutinho, Iwobi and Nketiah. Only a few days for them all. We're going to take a long time for Coutinho to get back into the side. But let's start this game and let's go straight into it. First highlight of the game, 10 minutes in. Kluivert on the left-hand side. He's running down that wing, trying to get the ball into Lacazette. And Lacazette is there. Kluivert picking up the pieces that Lamar's not in the squad. And lovely ball in from Justin Kluivert there. And Lacazette just puts it in. Lovely goal here. So Kluivert down the left-hand side, as I said, taking on his man. Just gets the ball, whips it in. Lovely cross, and Lacazette's there to nod it in. 1-0 to Arsenal. Ayling now with the throw-in for Leeds. First highlight for them, 20 minutes into the game. But Mera takes the ball, but we lose the ball again. Rennie Adelaide getting the ball picked off by Vieira. Salcido now getting the ball out to Mehmedi. Mehmedi driving the ball in, taking a wayward shot there. Awful shot from Mehmedi, and it goes out for a goal kick. Galloway keeping up the pressure here. Into Saiz into Aloiski, and what a goal that is by the Leeds player Aloiski. Lovely shot from around about 18-20 yards out. 20 minutes gone, it's one apiece. Not going to go our own way today at Ellen Road. And it's a lovely ball in from Saiz. And Aloiski, lovely shot. Czech had absolutely no chance. One apiece. Ozjukup getting the ball into the back post, but Salcido gets that ball clear, and Tierney's going to pick up that ball. Can he find a ball in? He finds Kluivert, but a good tackle by Janssen. And Aloiski getting the ball further forward, driving forward. Salcido now on the overlap is Krelinin, and lovely save there by Czech. And should have done better, really, the number 5. It's a corner for Leeds. Sai's going to whip that ball in. Goes to the outside to Aloiski. Can he get the ball in? Yes, he can, but it's a bit to in and throwing, and it's a foul from Vieira on Mustafi. Kralak whipping that ball in again, but it's a good header by Mera, and Kluivert latches onto the ball. Him and Nelson driving forward, and Ayling does really well there to get the tackle in, and they launch the ball forward. Mustafi taking the header there. Lovely header by the German. Kluivert back into Ozjukup. Ozjukup finding the ball through to Adelaide, but it's a poor pass from him, and Saiz is driving forward here on the right hand side. Can he get the ball in? 2 men in the middle. Salcido is there. 2-1 to Leeds. They've turned this game round. Arsenal, poor pass in the middle for Ozjukup on his second debut, trying to find Adelaide, couldn't get the ball through, and Leeds take the lead. Saiz down the right hand side drives forward, and there's 2 men in the middle. Just had to pick one out. He did. Salcido is there. 2-1 Leeds. Highlight just before half time. Saiz into Aloiski. Can he get a shot off? No, we drive him back. Bellerin, great tackle. Rennie Adelaide's going to get the ball forward to Reece Nelson. If we can nick a goal just before half time, it'd be brilliant. Kluivert on the counter attack. Here we go again. Kluivert into Xhaka. Xhaka is there. We get the equaliser just before half time. Devastating counter attack by this Arsenal side. Nelson, Kluivert and Lacazette all combining, just driving forward, and then Granit Xhaka taking the goal. Lovely finish there from Granit. 2 apiece. Starting the second half, I've had a go at them, really, to be fair. We shouldn't be this close. we've just kind of taken our foot off the gas a little bit. Aussie Cup not having the best of games, 6.3, so probably not the best thing to bring him back to the club, but hopefully he'll have a better second half for us. 5 minutes into the second half now, Leeds starting with the highlight. Salcido's going to get that ball up, but lovely header there by Mera/Mustafi, and we get the ball back under control. Kluivert really coming into his own since we've had to play him through injuries. Lacazette driving forward, and that's a poor shot by the Frenchman, but it does show our intent for this second half. Rennie Adelaide not having the best of the game, nor is Reece Nelson. Bellerin picking up a knock. It's a knee injury for him, so we might have to make some changes in the next 5 or 10 minutes. 3 changes made. Kimmich, Berardi and Alenia all on for Bellerin, Rennie Adelaide and Nelson. Hopefully a little bit more authority in the final third. Salcido one-on-one with Jorge Mera. But Mera, is he going to get the tackle in? No, he doesn't, but he does slow him up. Galloway into Andros Townsend. Ex-Spurs man would love a win here. Andros Townsend into Salcido, but what a save that is by Petr Cech. Final kind of few moments of the game, and that is it. The ref has blown full time, 2 apiece. Dominated the game, just didn't do enough, and it will need a replay. So another game for us. Don't really need another game because we're in so many competitions as it is so far this season, but we go again, and they will have to come to the Emirates. As it says there, failed to make the chances pay. We had 17 shots, we just didn't do enough. That equaliser for Granit Xhaka was massive at the end of the first half. Bellerin has picked up a knock, he's out for a couple of weeks. It's Tottenham up next in the next 4 days, and I'll see you when we get there. We will bring you the 5th round of the FA Cup draw as well. That comes now. So let's see who we'll get if we go through, if we beat Leeds next time out. We're at home, so it's a home tie. Who will we get? We're going to join the next team, and we're going to be at home to our North London rivals. Another North London derby for you this season if we get through Leeds in the 4th round replay. So us versus Tottenham in the FA Cup 5th round. So, with the news that we will be playing Tottenham in the 5th round of the FA Cup, we also played Tottenham in the league today as well, as you well know. This is the lineup. So, we've got Oblak in goal, Kolesniak, Romagnoli, Laporte and Kimmich at the back line. Goretzka and Tolisso in the middle. Lamar and Berardi on the wings. Alenia in behind Lacazette. And on the bench, we've got Mustafi, Tierney, Ramsey, Iwobi, Coutinho, Kluivert and Nelson. So, we have pretty much all of our first teamers back now, fully fit, and just need game time to really get back to where they need to be. Only Timo Werner, but he is only a couple of weeks away, really, to be fair. So our squad is looking a hell of a lot stronger than it was a few episodes back. But this is the team that's going to go and face Tottenham. Let's see what Tottenham have got for us. So Tottenham are going to line up with a 4-2-3-1 as well. They're Lloris in goal, Rose, Vertonghen, Alderweireld and Pereira. Ziyech and Ali in the middle. Bernard, Eriksson and Lamela in behind Mandzukic. On the bench, Engels, Wanyama, Tosun, Darida, Trippier and Renato Sanchez. So 2 really good teams from North London. I expect to win, expect to keep our run going. Hopefully we can come out with a win. If not, just not lose at the end of the day. You know what I'm like with these big games. It's basically coming out and not losing. Kind of a Mourinho tactic, really, to be fair, and not losing these big games. But the first highlight goes to us, hopefully. Alenia now surrounded by players, but he gets tackled. And Mandzukic now on this left-hand side. Kimmich goes back and does a good job on him, but Bernard is driving inside all the way over to the right-hand side, but Romagnoli stops him and gets the ball out to Thomas Lemar. We know what Lemar can do on this left-hand side, driving forward, but Ricardo Pereira does a great job on him, tackles him and gets the ball out into his midfield. Bernard now, again on this left-hand side, he drives forward, gets the ball out to Lamela. Lamela into Mandzukic. Good play. 1-on-1. A good 1-1-2 there between Mandzukic and Lamela, but the shot was tame. And this game started at a rate of knots. Alenia now into Goretzka. This is only 5 minutes on the clock, really, to be fair. Kimmich now on the right-hand side. Lovely ball into Alenia. Into Lacazette. Gets half a yard, but good save by Lloris. Berardi takes the shot away from Lacazette and he pushes the ball clear. Lamar now's whipping this ball in. Finds Tolisso on the edge of the box. Takes a shot. Awful shot from the Frenchman. Coming into the final kind of 5 or 6 minutes of the half. Berardi not having the best of games. 6.4 for him. Lacazette on a 6.5. So need to really fire them up in the halftime team talk just to get them going, because nothing really happening so far in this North London derby. Lamar, free kick, whipping that ball in, finds Romagnoli straight down the gullet of Lloris 10 minutes into the second half. I think changes are going to have to be made very, very soon. Boys aren't really producing. Tolisso now on the edge, being closed down. Berardi, can he get the ball through? Yes, he can. To Alenia, and Alenia is there. Carlos Alenia, the youngster, was potentially going to bring him off for Philippe Coutinho, but on the hour mark, comes out with a fantastic shot. Kolesniak, Goretzka, and Tolisso really finding their groove now. Tolisso just holds onto the ball, finds Berardi, touch of offside, but lovely ball through to Alenia, beats Lloris at the near post. The Frenchman will not like that. 1-0 to Arsenal, but highlights straight after our goal, and fingers crossed it goes to us rather than Tottenham. Ziyech now on the right hand side, Eriksson into trying to find Mandzukic but can't find us, and Romagnoli gets the ball out. Alenia trying to find Lamar on the left hand side, but Ziyech cuts it out. Kolesniak going back to Oblak. Oblak back to Kolesniak. Very, very iffy position to be in there. But Lamar now on this left-hand side. He's going to take Pereira on like he's not even there. Whips the ball in. Lacazette is there. 2-0 to Arsenal. Quick fire double. Lamar to Lacazette. And as you know what's going to happen, Lacazette whips the ball into the back of the net. Beats his French teammate in goal. Here we go. Lamar just beats Pereira like he's not even there. He then drills the ball in. Lacazette meets it at the near post. Beats Lloris 2-0. And again, like the start of the first half, this start of the second half has gone off. Really attacking play from both teams. Berardi now to Lacazette on this right-hand side. Got Danny Rose in front of him, trying to find Alenia, but can't get there. Bernard and Kimmich, lovely tackle on him. And Goretzka just going to take his time into Kimmich, but trying to find Berardi down that right-hand side, and they get it clear. They're going to break on us. Eriksson now going to find Ziyech on that right hand side. Ziyech's going to whip the ball in. Mandzukic there, but Oblak, great save by Oblak. Him and Cech playing really well so far. Whoever I put in goal at the minute. Kolesniak now, 25 minutes to go. Alenia getting into the penalty area. Back to Kolesniak, back to Alenia, into Berardi, and that's a simple save by Lloris. And the highlight's going to continue. Lloris is going to drill that ball forward, trying to find Mandzukic, but Romagnoli doing really good job there. Alenia through to Lacazette, and great save again. Lamar's there. Lamar scores. Lacazette should score. Lloris with a fantastic save against Lacazette, but Lamar is there on his right foot, it looked like, whipping the ball into the back post, and we go 3-0 up now. Lacazette should score from here. Great save by Lloris, and Lamar, with his right foot, drilled it into the far corner. 3-0 now. So Goretzka's come off for Ramsey. Coutinho's come on for a little bit of game time. Brought Goretzka and Alenia off. Alenia on a 7.6, playing really well with Lamar on a 9.0. 5 minutes to go now. Lloris with a goal kick, launching the ball forward. They are always trying to find Mandzukic, but Romagnoli's got him in his back pocket so far today. Mandzukic again finds Dele Alli in a little bit of space, and Dele Alli scores a consolation goal for Spurs. 3-1 now, 4 minutes to go. We're going to shut up shop, go on to the counter-attack. Good move here from Spurs, I have to admit. Bernard into Mandzukic, and Mandzukic finds the run of Dele Alli. Dangerous in that position, a great finish. Oblak had absolutely no chance. 3-1 now. Ricardo Pereira into Ziyech, into Wanyama into Bernard, and that is now 3-2. 5 minutes of injury time to go, and Tottenham have pulled another one back. Two in quick succession, really, a bit like we did when we scored our first 2 goals. Wanyama drills the ball in, Bernard is there. 3-2 now to Arsenal. We've now played 2 minutes over, and that is it. Mike Dean throws a full-time whistle. Bit of a scare towards the end of the game. 2 goals in 3 minutes for Spurs, but we come out with a win. 3-2. Alenia, Lacazette and Thomas Lamar securing the win. So now all the teams around us have played exactly the same games. United beat Wolves, hammered Wolves 6-1 on this match day. Bournemouth beat Southampton 1-0. City lost to Swansea 2-1 at the Liberty Stadium, and we beat Tottenham at the new White Hart Lane. So we still maintain our 17-point gap to United. Chelsea are a further point behind. That's 18 points ahead of Chelsea, and then City and Bournemouth both on 42 points. City only ahead of them on goal difference, so that could go all the way down to the wire for the last Champions League place. We are going to come back and we're going to show you Man United away at Old Trafford. That could pretty much essentially clinch the title if we win there. And then the first leg against the old lady, against Juventus, in Turin, the Champions League first knockout round, leg 1. That will be the next episode, and that's going to be 2 massive, massive games. But that is it for us today. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I know there are loads of new viewers out there, so if you are new and you've enjoyed what you see, hit that subscription button. And until next time when we play United at Old Trafford and Juventus away in Turin, I'll see you soon.